Okay, so this is embarrassing as fuck, but back when I was in college, I was dating a student athlete and he was a football player or whatever, and they ate for free at the school that I went to. This man used to steal food out of the communal refrigerator. It got so bad that they had to send out like an email for the entire dorm. I actually found out that he was the one stealing the food because one of my homeboys knocked on my door one day and was like, here, I have some food. I ordered some Chinese food and I can't finish it all. And I'd rather you eat it because whenever I put my food away, someone keeps stealing it. And when I closed my door, I turned and looked at him and I was like, nigga, is you the one stealing the food? And he was like, yeah, it's me. So it turns out, even though you was trying to give your food to me, the person who was stealing your food ended up eating it. Sorry, Barry. Last year around Christmas time, I went shopping with my ex-boyfriend. And I had already like gotten him presents for Christmas, so I had already given them to him, but he hadn't gotten me anything yet. So on the way to the mall, he told me like, whenever we go into like a store or something and you find something that you want, just whenever we get to checkout, let me pay for it, and that'll be like me doing something for you for Christmas. And I was like, okay, that's cute. I like that. Nobody's ever like done that with me before, so I was like, cool, whatever. So, the first store that we went into was Spencer's, and I bought some shoes for myself. I wasn't going to make him buy me shoes because I came there for the shoes. So I was like, I'm buying my shoes, and that was like my first purchase. And then we went into H&M. I had picked up a cute little t-shirt and a skirt. That's really all I really wanted from H&M. They don't always have stuff in my size anyway, so I didn't do a lot of shopping in there for real. While we're standing in checkout, my boyfriend goes, oh, I want to go run to Foot Locker real quick. I want to grab some shoes. And I was like, don't you want to wait till we're done in here? He was like, nah, it'll be real quick. I'll be back before you get to the front of the line, which was like stupid because there's only like 4 people ahead of me in line, but whatever. So I get to the checkout and he still wasn't back yet, so I just bought my stuff and met him at Foot Locker. To my surprise, he hadn't gotten any shoes from Foot Locker. He was just like walking around Foot Locker, and then I came and found him. He was like, okay, what store you want to go to next? So I'm like, okay, let's go into, I don't remember the next store we went to, but anyway, we went to the next store and he did the same thing. I picked up a couple things and we were waiting in the checkout line. But this time he waited till we got like somewhat in the front of the line and then was like, oh shoot, I gotta go grab something. I'll be right back. And then left again. So I just did what I did the last time and I paid for my stuff. And then I just went and sat in the like lobby of the mall for a little while, waiting for him to like wonder where I am, I guess. After that we went home. Actually no, I'm lying. After that we went to dinner and then he asked to split dinner directly in half. You know, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings and I had fries and like boneless chicken nuggets and he had like a bunch of stuff. But he asked us to split the bill in half and I said sure, and we did. But I never brought it up again because like I didn't want to embarrass him. But it was just weird as fuck. Like really weird as fuck.
The city is my palace. A guy asked me to the movies and I paid for my ticket and had to help him sneak in through the exit.
The city is my palace. What I'ma do?
So this is my ex from college, right? So we were just hanging out and he was like, hey, let's go get Zaxby's for dinner. I was like, all right, cool, whatever, fine. So we get in the car, we go. On the way there, he makes me download this app so I can like use the same coupon that he was planning on using for his. And, you know, we're in college. I'm like, sure, cool. Like, we're all pinching pennies. No big deal. And so we get there. I order my food. He orders his food. And we get to the window and he pays for everything and he pays for both of our meals. And he just looks at me after he pays and he goes, you know,
The city is my palace.
Okay, to make it snappy, basically he'd been trying to see me for a minute and I wasn't like interested because, you know, I just wasn't interested in him, but like I was just like free food, you know, let's go. So then the one day I'm like, nah, listen, dude, today I'm free, cool. We meet up. It's like 5 p.m. at the mall, and we go to Ocean Basket. We get to Ocean Basket. He's like, nah, let's just have coffee. I'm like, I'm not gonna have coffee, nigga. I can come to Ocean Basket to have coffee, and that's just that. And it's like 5 p.m. Like so I order, but luckily I ordered a starter because I wasn't hungry. I just ordered a starter. He orders coffee, and then when it's time to pay, he's like, shit, I left my wallet in my brother's car. Like, guys, that was the oldest trick, and like, not in this day and age. I was so embarrassed. And he's like, oh, don't you have a 50 there? Like, yeah.
All right, I got a good story time for this one. So I met this dude on Instagram. He asked me on a date. My first mistake was taking a nigga off Instagram serious, but I did. So he was like, oh, do I want to go to the beach? I'm like, that's an interesting date, I guess. I love the beach. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we ended up taking the train, and then he got us lost. So I was like, all right, just call an Uber. Like, we're close, so like, let's just get an Uber to the beach. He was like, oh, he didn't want to spend money right now. Like, he gotta wait till he gets paid. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I got the Uber, but I'm like thinking like the $8 Uber is gonna cost you like that. Blah blah. He's talking about, oh, his card doesn't work, it's not connected to his Uber, all this stuff. Like, just started making up all these excuses. I'm like, all right, bet. We go to the beach. It was shitty, whatever. Mad hot. I'm just like doing my own thing. We end up trying to leave. We get back. And he actually wanted us to go like take a bus. So instead of Ubering back, he wanted us to take a bus because he didn't want to pay for an Uber. And I was like, I already got the first Uber here, so I'm not about to pay for another one. So we took a bus. We ended up waiting like hella long for the bus to come. The bus comes. I get on it first. I pay the fare. And I go sit down. I peep him in the front of the bus, basically like trying to persuade the bus driver to let him on. Didn't have shit on him, basically. So I'm like, yo. It just kept going downhill. I'm like, yo, this nigga's broke. But I'm like, all right, whatever. We get to the train station, and I'm done with him. Like, just done. So he telling me, like, oh, okay, like, let's go on this train. We'll go out to eat at this stop, da-da-da. I'm like, nah, I'm about to go home. Like, I'm good. We get to the train station, and I'm, like, taking out my pass or whatever, and he was like, oh, he wants to see it real quick. I'm like, see it for what? I'm confused. So I go, and I, like, insert my pass so I can get in. Why this man jumped, like, right behind the turnstile, basically, to squeeze in to come with me? Like, didn't have $3.75 to get on the train. $3.75. Nah. Literally had to end the date there. And he was still talking about, oh, he want to go out to eat, da-da-da. I'm like, with what money? You didn't have $3 for the train. Boston niggas. The best Amazon Prime Day beauty deals. First up is a scalp massager, this silicone body scrubber, an electric cleaner for your makeup brushes, this detangling hairbrush, hair clips, a facial steamer for your skin, this portable light-up mirror for travel, and this mini fridge for your skincare products.